Most salespeople don't even listen to the prospect, dramatically understanding the needs of your prospect. If your product perfectly matches their problem,
It's a natural tendency to think about what it is that you're selling. And part of it is the training and your management that tells you how important and valuable it is to have knowledge on your product. And I don't want to take anything away from that because having product knowledge absolutely is important. But what we fail to understand whenever we're in front of a prospective customer is that they're there because they want to have a certain experience. We feel like they're coming in because of the product that we're selling. And I would ask you to think about an example. Walmart and Nordstrom both are doing very well, but at the same time, they both have different buyers. If you're focused on the buyer more so than you are your product, I think that this will make sense to you. If someone goes to Walmart, what is it that their expectation is? And then if someone goes to Nordstrom, what is it that their expectation is? When someone goes to Walmart, it's because they're looking for something that's inexpensive or it's cheap. If they go to Nordstrom, it's the exact opposite. They're buying something that is more expensive. But at the same time, I feel like if you've ever gone into a Nordstrom and shopped, I don't necessarily say I would like a Ralph Lauren suit or I would like a Calvin Klein suit. I'm going to go in and say, I'm looking for a suit. They're going to ask what my tastes happen to be, and then they're going to select something and they're not going to consider brand. When I go into a Walmart, it's kind of the same thing. If I go into Walmart and I'm looking for a blender, I'm not specifically going into Walmart and saying, I'm here today because I want to buy a Black& Decker blender. I'm going to go in, I'm going to see what the selections are. Most likely, I'm going to find something based on price and I'm going to make that purchase regardless of what the brand happens to be. And if you think about those two different scenarios, you'll understand when someone goes into Walmart and they have a question about which blender they should pick, they're not going to run around and look for an associate and try to get information because they know the associates there aren't necessarily focused on providing a high level of service. When you go into Walmart, you're going to realize that you're going to have to go to a check stand and probably wait in line versus when you go into a Nordstrom. Imagine if you went to Nordstrom and you had $3,000 to spend on a suit. And when you went to the men's suit section, they asked you to have a seat and wait because they just didn't have time to work with you. Or when you went to go pick out a suit, the clerk there said, hey, what are you looking for? Do you want a black suit? Do you want a blue suit? Do you want one with stripes? Do you want one that's plaid? Oh, you want one that's plaid. Well, here's where our plaid suits are. Help yourself. This is where the fitting rooms are. And if you find something you're interested in, let me know and I can check you out over here. Imagine if that was your experience at Nordstrom. You would never go back, or you would say, why am I spending all this money if I have to go in and choose the suit myself? And if you think about it from that perspective, if you had a customer coming in to see you based on whatever your product happens to be, what experience are they getting? And if you don't have the cheapest price, but you're advertising your products as if you were Walmart, then obviously they're not going to come see you. If you have the most expensive price, but you're telling the customer, yeah, here's the most expensive price for our item, but you're going to have to go through a Walmart experience and help yourself, they're not going to be interested in doing that. And in my opinion, middle ground, meaning somewhere in between, let's just call it a Macy's if you have one in your area. What experience are they getting there? It's kind of a middle of the road. They're interested in getting something that they feel like is decent quality, but at the same time, they understand they're not going to get the level of service that they would get from a Nordstrom. And that basically, in my opinion, makes you just like everybody else in your marketplace, and it doesn't distinguish you as being different from someone else. If you look at value more than you look at price or product, I think you'll find Alex Hormozi to be 100% correct that we spend too much time thinking about the product and not enough time thinking about the prospect.
Most salespeople don't even listen to the prospect at all and simply want to deliver their pitch, which inherently means that they can't believe in the product that much because they're not even thinking about whether it solves the problem for the prospect. Because you can't be convicted that it's going to solve the problem if you don't even know what the problem is. And so they haven't taken any time to understand the prospect.